Hey, Marla, can you hear me? Guys on Skype, can you hear me?
I can hear you.
Okay, cool.
I can hear you. I don't think Marley is on Skype. I don't see her, so she probably got disconnected.
Yeah, I don't see her either. I'll shoot her a text.
Okay.
There you are. We see you now, Marla. Hey, for you guys on Skype, can you please put headphones on? Can't have speakers in the background.
I'm using headphones.
Perfect, thank you. Marla, can you hear me? Marla.
No, I think she has some issues.
You know, she turned her camera off on purpose. I think there's kids running around the back.
Yes, I can hear you. Yes, I can hear you. I can hear you. Can you hear me?
You're good. We got you.
Eleazar, can you can you hear me, Bo? Bo, can you hear me?
Yes, I can. Can you hear me?
Bo, can you hear me?
Yep.
Bo, can you hear me? Bo, can you hear me?
Yes, can you hear me, Marla?
Yes, can you hear me?
Yep. You're good.
Thank you.
Okay. Yep. Everybody, at this time, I'd like to wish everybody a happy and healthy new year, and health, which is number one. At this time, I would like to open the general meeting and also adjourn the general meeting because we don't have a quorum. And at this time, turn the mic over to our attorney to run the election, Len Wilder.
Thank you. Good evening. Happy New Year.
For the annual meeting, which is the membership meeting. Please explain it to the crowd. You need a majority in person or by proxy to hold the annual meeting. Don't have that? So we're going right to the election. Adjourning the annual meeting, there's no business to conduct. Go right to our election. No, forget the good part now, right?
Any questions on that? No? All right. For those who do not know me, my name is Len Wilder. I am the general legal counsel for your condominium association. Your condominium association is a corporation, and like all corporations, typically require some legal guidance along the way. These are one of those evenings where I offer legal guidance on the proper way to do an election. The election procedure for a condominium is cumbersome, perhaps more so than it should be. The process was laid out many years ago before electronic voting, and as such requires what I call a two-envelope system. So for the last hour and a half, we have counted the envelopes, or I should say that we've collected the envelopes that have previously been mailed or submitted to cross-reference those envelopes with the owner list to make sure, to the best of our ability, that a person who submits an envelope is an owner and entitled to vote. With that said, we received, not including what has been deposited this evening, we have received 178 ballots which appear to be in order, or I should say outer envelopes. Nothing has been opened. And we have received 11 outer envelopes which, for various legal reasons, have to be disqualified. So you received a total of 189 ballots up to this point. Soon we'll be counting what has ever been submitted, like right now, what's being deposited. So the number will increase. Luckily, under the Condominium Act, which governs the election process, in order to have a valid election, you need to have at least 20% of the owners cast a ballot. We've far exceeded that. So we will have an election tonight. Okay. So at this time, okay, if you have not already done so, now is the time to cast a ballot if you so choose. If you have not cast one, now is the time to do it. Once the first outer envelope is opened, I cannot accept any more ballots, period. So anyone sitting here who has not cast a ballot and wishes to do so, please do so now. Is there anyone out here that fits that category? Okay. Seeing none, the next step at this point, I'm going to ask Al, okay, to collect the remaining ballots in the blue box. And I will ask his staff to cross-reference the outer envelopes with the ownership list to make sure that everything appears to be in order. The Condominium Act provides that in order for us to count a ballot, the outer envelope needs to be signed. If it is not signed, I don't open it, I don't count it. Likewise, if you have a unit that's owned in a corporation and you have not submitted a voting certificate, your vote will not count, period. Likewise, if your unit is owned by two people who are not married or a group of people who are not married, and there's no voting certificate on file, your vote does not count, period. No exceptions. So that is the three main reasons why, to this point, 11 of the ballots have been disqualified. I don't agree with the law on it, but I have no choice on it. Any questions up to this point? Anybody? None? Okay. So Al, if you can open that, give us a few minutes to verify this, and then we'll proceed with the rest of our election, so to speak. Okay, thank you for your patience. So we have received, including everything that's been submitted to date, 204 ballots, of which 12 are invalid. So we have a net of 192 ballots that we'll be counting tonight. Okay? So in order to do this counting, we're going to have two sets of counters. We're going to split up the ballots between two sets of tables, make things easier. So I'm going to need a total, okay, of 8 volunteers.
We have 3 already.
I have a name of 3, okay? The 3 who have volunteered, if you would stand up and come over here. Gloria Lechner.
What do you mean, why? Why not? Why not? Wait a minute.
And I'm not ready yet. Anna Kostrov. And who is this person?
Irma
Irma Zaretsky. Okay.
Zaretsky.
Irina.
Irina.
All right. So I need 5 more people. Oh, we got to hold on. So I saw Margarita raise her hand. Okay.
Why?
Okay. Hold on. It's not. It's an unpaid position. Relax. Okay. The woman next to you, she's prettier than you are. Okay. Have it 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Let's mix it up a little bit. Any men who want to do this job? Okay. This gentleman here, and what about you, sir? So we have 8. Okay. We're good. Thank you. So we have 8. 3, 4, 5, 6. All right. What? Because I need 8. That's what I need. I need 8. Not everybody, I don't need 9. I don't understand what you're saying. I'm sorry. Oh, you have a spouse? Hold on a second. Hold on. Guys, it's a volunteer position. All right. If you don't, if your wife is in part of this group, that's fine. It doesn't matter to me. Okay. But if you don't want to, we'll pick one more person. Okay. So go back. There's no rule. All right. So the 8 people here. Okay. Are any of you related to anyone running for the board? Are any of you related to anyone who is on the board? Okay. So I want you to announce your names to the membership because they ultimately have to approve of these volunteers. So you, sir, what is your name? Joseph Gomez. Larry Silverberg. Judy Garland? Gottlieb. I was like, wow. Margarita Guliaka. What's your name? Irina Zaransky. Anna Kostrov? Gloria Lechner? Okay. I'm sorry, what's your name again? Linda Wager? Okay. Is any... All right, remember. I'm going to make a motion as the chair to approve these 8 people to help count the ballots. Do I have a second on the motion? Okay, gentleman over there. What's your name, sir? Steve Peterson, seconded. Okay. All in favor of these 8, please say aye. Aye. All opposed? Seeing none? Fine. Okay. All right. So with that said, okay. Before...
Quiet, please.
Guys. Let me say this to you, okay? The counting process, it's long and drawn out. I need your full cooperation. If any of you in the audience take exception to the way this is being handled in any way, shape, or form, you come to me after the meeting, I'll tell you where you can appeal the election. Is that a deal? I'll tell you where to do it. It's no skin off my back. But until that time, I just ask for your complete cooperation so we can get through this, okay? With that said, I usually allow candidates, if they so choose, to address the membership before, we start counting. Does anybody wish to do that? Anyone running for the board who wishes to address the membership? None? Okay. So at this time, I'm going to take these volunteers. We're going to occupy these tables back here. You guys have some coffee, cake, do whatever you want. Just keep it to a quiet roar. If I can't hear them and they can't hear me, then that's a problem. Okay? So if you guys can just keep the tone down, we'll get through this as quickly as possible. I anticipate, in all frankness, that this process is going to take the better part of an hour. So if you guys want to go upstairs and watch TV and come back, that's up to you, or you can hang out here. Okay? Any questions? Yes, Alex. Will you have a system of fact-checking? As we did last year, that's the question. All right. The question has been asked about back-checking, which is basically a second count. I anticipated that, as last year, you guys are going to want to have this done twice, the counting. And if that's what you want, that's what we will do. Okay? So the way we did it last year was, after the group finished their count, we switched tables, and they recounted the same stack of ballots as the previous group. It works well, but it's time-consuming. But if that's what you guys want, I'm fine with that. Okay? In the unlikely event there is a tie. Okay? We're electing 4 people tonight. The top 3 vote getters serve a 2-year term, and the person who gets the least amount of votes out of the 4 serves 1 year, so that there's always a contingency of directors who serve 2 years. In the event there's a tie, the procedure calls for a runoff in the next 20 days or so. Hopefully that won't be our case. But let's get through the count and we'll see what happens. Any questions? None? All right. You guys keep it to a quiet roar and we'll get busy counting. Thank you.
consider